Hey loves, welcome back to my channel Talks with Joshna. So today we're gonna talk about heartbreak. So our topic is heartbreak. Heartbreak. Many of y'all wondering that what's with heartbreak? What's there to even learn about heartbreak? But let me tell you, heartbreak not only destroys you, but it rebuilds you because I have a very strong example for it. Not only one, I have many examples that people, I think you all who are heartbroken need to listen this so that you could, rebuild yourself, respect yourself, boost your ego, boost your self-respect and everything. So this heartbreak can be something like nowadays the generation is like, if we are in a relationship, if we work out, then it's okay, but if not, let's move on. But the simple word, this move on word can be someone's life. Because when there are two persons, one person is keeping the efforts and other he's not maybe keeping any efforts, then the relationship tends to fall because the relationship doesn't need love at all. I'm telling you, all of us think that a relationship needs love to stay, you know what, stay like a bridge. But let me tell you, the relationships does not need love to be strong. It needs mutual respect, understanding, you know, trust within yourself and on your partner. Like this, there are so many, things we ignore, the things we ignore which actually strengthens a relationship. So let me tell you, love is not something that can hold a relationship. Then what happens when you had a heartbreak? So let's get into this video. Before that, don't skip this video because it's gonna teach you, or it's gonna tell you a real life example of how an heartbreak can turn you into a beautiful person. So don't skip the video. If you like this video, leave a comment, and those who are broken and needed to hear it, please share it with them, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So let's get into the video. So, yeah, how many days are you going to stay like this? How many days are you going to blame yourself that I am the reason why he or she left me? How many days are you going to cry? How many days are you going to stay in that same room begging and crying for some love? You know what? Heartbreaks are meant to happen because they shape you. Heartbreaks really shape you, I'm telling you. Because let me tell you an example that I have a friend in my college, and she was 23 years old then, and we had a college meet, and there she met a person. When she looked at him, she said that I think I found the one, I like him. So I said that okay, if you like him, then there is no one to oppose you. So it went like 4 to 5 days, and the boy also started seeing her. They exchanged their Instagram IDs like that, and then it started. The girl, and that means my friend, and he started talking on Instagram. So my friend, she was like, okay, I'm gonna propose him now because I think he's a gentleman and I can't lose him. So that she proposed him in Instagram, but he didn't accepted her. But he took some time, like he took around 2 to 3 days to accept her. So I was like, why he took 2 to 3 days in order to consider her love? It was not something, like order or anything that you need to think, right? If someone is saying they love you, if you have the same thing, you need to reciprocate it in a way that it could be actually meant a love. But he took 2 to 3 days time. Maybe I think he needed some time to arrange himself. I thought that because why would a man will take time? So I was like, okay, this girl is deeply in love with him. So I couldn't, I couldn't oppose their love story. So I was like, okay, if this man is took some time to consider her, then maybe he is deciding on what level the relationship is going to be. Like if he wants to tell his parents or not, like what about his studies and all. So the relationship has started and 1 year have completed. She was too happy, being in that relationship. So I thought that okay, God maybe destined them together. But one day I received a sudden call from her. Say, I lifted it because it was around at night time. It was around at 9 p.m. So she usually don't call me at that time, and I don't usually, you know, touch my phone at that time because I'll be busy writing my novels or something like that because I like writing. So she called me at around 9 p.m. So I was tensed why she called me at this time. So I picked it up and she was crying. She was sobbing like mad. You know what? She is crying like someone has died in front of her. And I instead of saying something to her, I tried to calm her down. Like, okay, what happened? What happened? Why you're crying? Did something happen to someone? Then she was like, no, nothing happened to anyone. No one is dead. And I am in my room. She said that. Okay, if you are in your room, why are you sobbing like that? Why are you crying like someone had been died in front of you? So she was like, no, I'm not crying because of that, but I'm crying because he is not giving me time and affection that I needed. She was like, I did not, that means I'm not getting the love and affection that I want from him. And I was like, what the hell? Why do you know what? You are in a 1 year of relationship and you're all being nice, lovely, dovey, etc., etc. Then why he will not love you? Why he will not show you affection? I was shocked would be an understatement for that because in front of my eyes only I was seeing them being so close with each other, loving each other, caring each other, respecting each other. But I thought that what we see, the people in front of us, are someone who is hiding behind a mask. And I thought he was a good person, that they were completely and truly in love, they were destined to be together. But well, she told me something that totally crashed my point of view on a boy. It it totally ruined my point of view on a love. So what she said to me means that he had a girl best friend. That means like that girl best friend also had a lover. But this boy and her girl best friend, that means his girl best friend, they were, you know what, chatting like some lovers, like saying I love you and something like that. And this girl, that is my friend, happened to see their chats. So she asked that why are you texting her I love you, because that words are supposed to be meant for me, why are you telling to her? Then he was like, leave it, she is just my friend. I'm just talking with my friend closely. What is your problem? So that was the question. What is your problem? So when she told me that, I was like, what the hell? What does he mean by what is your problem? You are the one who is going to stay with him till the end. Then this question, what is your problem? Something, it looks like something complicated for me. Like, why the hell he would say that? If he is in love with her, if he is in love with her, why would he say that words? Instead of calming her and telling that, okay, maybe it just went by a mistake, or maybe I won't repeat it again. Instead of saying all those, he directly said that, what is your problem in this? Like, she is someone who is outside, like she is a stranger coming between him and his best friend. So I was like, why didn't you question him about this chat and everything? And she was like, I trusted him. And that's where my heart completely shattered. Really, she was crying after saying that I really trusted him. Why? You trusted him and he broke it. I knew it. But still, she isn't ready to give up. She isn't ready to give up. She was like, okay, if he's texting with her, then let me confront him so that he could not repeat that mistake. So I was like, are you sure about this decision? Then she said that, yes, I'm sure about this decision because I don't want to lose him because of one small mistake like this. So I was like, okay, if that was your heart saying, because truly I don't have a chance there to interrupt, because the girl is in a condition where she trusted no one and she believed no one except her boyfriend. So, me saying something negative or me saying something like, why don't you yell at him? Why don't you confront him? Then she will be like, okay, you're not thinking for us, you're not thinking for us to be together. So I kept my mouth shut about it. I waited till where I waited still. I was looking forward to how the story is going to unfold in the near future. I was like, I felt something was wrong between them, but I couldn't mention it because she was in an ugly state. She was in an ugly state that even if a small, even if a small tick on her, then she can burst, and I don't know what decision she could even take. I ended the call with her, and after that, I didn't went to college for like 3 to 4 days. But after that 1 week, I went to the college, but this girl is not coming to college. She didn't even contact me from then. So I was like, what happened? Then I knew her room because she will be living near the college itself. So I went to her room and I saw her completely numb, sitting on a corner, crying. I was like, how did she even become like this? Because the girl I knew was a smiley face, the eyes that shine brightly. She could always be smiling at everyone. But now seeing her in that state, I I don't know how to express that feeling. So I just went near her and I sat with her. That's it. I didn't said anything. I didn't ask anything. I just sat with her and I was like, okay, let's give her time. Let's get her out of this numb state so that she could get the courage to speak to me. And immediately she held on to my hand. She held on to my hand and she brought it close to her chest and she was again sobbing. So I was like, okay. I kept caressing her hand. I kept caressing her hand so that she could feel the comfort that she needed, maybe. So I was like, okay, take it slow, take it easy. You can get out of it. Let's talk. But stop crying, first of all. I was saying like this, and around 15 or 20 minutes after that, she stopped crying. I took her to a, wash basin so that she could wash her face. After that, I took her onto the bed and I sat beside her. And then slowly, when I thought that she was ready to answer my questions, I started asking what happened. She looked into my eyes and she said that everything is completed. And I was like, what completed? What happened? What completed? I was like, I don't know what's happening with her. She is telling me the same word, everything is completed, everything is completed. But I don't know what was completed. So I asked her, what completed? Then she replied me that everything between me and him is completed. She said he broke up with her due to family issues. He broke up with her due to family issues. And I was like, if he knew his family isn't going to accept their relationship, why in the hell would he accept you in the first place? I was like, did he want to enjoy or did he want to maintain a relationship to complete his, college life or something? And she doesn't have an answer for it because maybe she didn't ask him that, or I don't know, but she doesn't have an answer for my question that if he really doesn't want you, or if his parents are that much strict that they aren't going to accept your relationship, then why in the first place he would accept you? But she didn't answer me and she kept crying. So I asked him, is there any other reason? I asked her, and she said that yes, there was another reason as well. And I asked her what was that? Then she was like, the girl, that means his best friend, they had a fight, that stop talking with him or stop being with him. My friend just really went on her and confronted her about talking with her boyfriends. Please stop talking with my boyfriend. I don't like it. Instead of the girl, her boyfriend came to her and slapped her. How dare you to even go near her and tell me how to behave? How dare you are? That was his exact words that he said to the girl. I mean, how dare she is? What was there to even dare? She is the one who is your girlfriend, not that girl. The girl best friend is not someone you could truly protect. You need to protect your girlfriend's feelings. You need to protect someone who you love. In why in the hell you are blaming her and taking side to your best friend? My mind was getting shattered. I was thinking, what is happening with all the information that I am getting? So I was like, okay, if he was the one, if he thinks that his girl best friend should be with him, why didn't he first announce it to you? Why didn't he said that I am close with my best friend, I want her in my life? Because clearly, while they were in a relationship for 1 year and I was with them, that means me being her best friend had, she shared everything with me from first to the last. So in 1 year of relationship, I never heard any best friend coming in their way. That means a third person getting inside their way. So I was like, they were destined to be together. So what could go wrong? What could they, you know, how could a beautiful relationship like this could break at any moment? So I was like positive. I was positive about all the information, all the sceneries, and it happened in front of my eyes, them being lovely, them being totally in love, madly in love. But I didn't realized it was it could be a most horrible nightmare for a girl. So these were the reasons he told her while breaking up. So he said that she tarnished his self respect by speaking to her friends badly about him. And that badly is nothing but please stop talking with my boyfriend. You don't need to have any close relationship with him. These are somehow taunted his self respect. So he thought that and he broke up with her. And the second reason was my family wouldn't accept it. Just once imagine what will be the girl's condition. What could be going inside her mind because she loved him to death. I'm really saying she loved him to death. Even though he was constantly rejecting her, even though he's constantly saying that no, my parents are never gonna accept us, or I'm never gonna stop being close with my friend, even though the girl is ready to be his second. She was ready to compromise to the second place in his life. But still I think he didn't have a heart, or I think he simply just got over with it or something like that because he kept rejecting her always. Like this, around 2 years passed. 2 years have passed around like this. The girl kept asking him, asking for a chance. She is literally begging him, no, I will not say even one word, even if you are kissing her. I will not even say one word also. Just let me be in your life. She was begging like that. Just think how much low can this girl even go for someone who doesn't even care for her. Just imagine that. Listening to this story, it it raged my heartbeat. It prickled my skin with needles because how much a love can turn a girl into a someone who lost her self-respect while begging, a girl who lost her everything while making him his only life, because literally she didn't had any friends, she didn't had any support system. For me, she was there, and for her, I was the one. We both didn't even made any friends because we know at some of the point all friends will turn shitty. So we are like, okay, let's keep distance because I could really see what goes in her mind and she could really tell what's happening with me when even without speaking, we could tell each other's, mind. So I was like, I haven't seen her like that in our friendship. So this girl, she kept begging for 2 to 3 hours, still roaming around him, calling him, begging him, messaging him, only to relieve. That means only to receive one word: please stop torturing me. That was his last word. Please stop torturing me. The girl, once he loved, the once he cared for, once he roamed around all the, area in the colleges, she became one who is torturing him now. How can he even say that word? Does he even have a heart to say that word? Because truly, for someone who loved, someone who loved entirely would never dare to say that word. He enjoyed with his friends while she is crying in her room. She was mentally ill, she was mentally disturbed, she needed comfort, she needed a hand that could hold her hand and tell her that she is okay, you're going to be okay. But there was no one. There was no one who could help her. There was no one who could heal her. She was crying on her own, begging on her own, messaging him, literally spamming his messages, because she needed just even one word for him, like, even if he is saying that stop torturing me, that one word is enough for her to feel alive, that she is still in that love. She is still in that case of, in that case of mindset that, okay, even if he's saying something negatively to me, but still he's talking with me, right? So she was in that kind of mindset. So I asked her, why are you loving him that much? He is literally manipulating you. He is literally torturing you. He is literally ruining your self-respect, your ego, your health, everything. Then why still you are doing it? And she was like, I once loved him with all my heart, and he decided to break it. But still, I held that pieces in me, so that one day if he could come, then I'll give all those pieces to him so that he could fix me again. I was like, okay, what type of a mad love is this? Because a girl loving someone so much, because in this generation, I think the love has become a quite funny joke like thing, because many of them are saying it for showing the outside world. But her words, they, they pierced my heart, really. She was like, if he is the one broke it, even if he comes back one day, I will give all the pieces to him so that he could fix them. I don't know what to say anymore, because I was at that stage. I was in that stage. I had that ugly breakup. I had that same pattern of trauma, same pattern of nightmares hitting me every night, while I cried myself for sleep, like I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I lost my weight even more. I couldn't go to college, I couldn't get up in the mornings due to the trauma I was feeling, the nightmares, everything had become a part of my life that ruined me completely. But still, somewhere, I was like, okay, if this is what is going to break me, then I'm not ready to get breaked. If this love which I chose for myself is going to tarnish myself, then if it is going to tarnish me, then I'm ready to fight to not get ruined by it. So I was like, okay, let's face the world. And it took me around 5 years to get back from my trauma and everything. But seeing her in that kind of state where I actually been before is like a waking call. So I was like, I gave her time, because in my case, I didn't had any hand. I didn't had anyone to come to me, or to give a hand to me. But for her, I will be there. So I started being with her. I started making her smile somewhat. So by the time she didn't moved on, but she started accepting the truth that that boy isn't in love with me anymore. So I was like, she was gradually realizing it, that she's accepting the truth. Instead of crying and begging, accepting the truth is a mature thing you could do. And I was so happy that she's trying to learn that. Okay, she's learning something. Then let's be it a slow process, no problem. Let it be a slow process, no problem at all. Because completely getting ruined by it is better than slowly getting out of it. So I was like, okay, she needed time, she needed it. And the universe is going to give her that. Okay. So yeah, like that. It'd been 3 years, and now she completed her graduation. She is now doing a job with a good salary, and she hadn't moved on yet, but she was clear that even if he comes back, she is not ready to accept him. And that was enough for her to get her strength back. Now, even if he sees him, she was ready to fight with her mind in order to get away from him. Even if he comes and says sorry, she was ready to fight, and she was ready to let go and move on from him. And that's what heartbreaks do to us. That is what I'm saying. This is what heartbreaks do to us. It makes us fall apart in order to rebuild ourselves. We need heartbreaks. We need heartbreaks in order to build ourselves. Heartbreaks are never truly meant to destroy you. They are, they are like a driven force that you could use to rebuild yourself. So the people who are heartbroken, whose heart got broken by others, don't think that it is the end. It is not the end. You are the one who need to stand up for yourself. You are the one who need to provide the warmth that you want for yourself. You are the one who should save and protect your self-respect. You are the one who should, boost your ego in order to let people go from your life. Letting go of people is the best possible way you could live your life peacefully. Let people go. If they come, you keep them. If they go, then happily say goodbye to them. There is nothing wrong with that. No one is allowed to stay with you till the end. Some people come to teach you lessons. Some comes to teach you, some things. And take it as a lesson. Take it as something that you could learn from it. The girl I have seen loving someone madly gone into a state where she couldn't even remember herself clearly, to the point she came where she is now an independent woman, that she is now able to stand up on her feet and support her family. That is what heartbreak is. That is what a true woman should do. Because a woman needs no one. A woman needs no one to help. She can do everything. She can do everything. And I think most of you all connect with this story, because 90% of the love stories would be ended or will be ended with this tragic storyline. Because I have seen, not only in my friend case, but I have seen some others cases also where the same thing had happened between them. Allowing a third person. I'm going to talk about this in the next video. Please be available for it. Okay? So this is what today's our episode 1. Okay, so now this heartbreak, learn from it, grow with it. If you can turn your heartbreak into a miracle, you could achieve anything and everything in your life. Stay safe, be happy, and if you somehow connected to this story, please leave a comment. And if you have healed from that heartbreak, don't forget to share that in comment box. I beg you, please share it in the comment box. Thank you. Have a nice day. Signing off. Talks with Joshita.